Hello, fellow fans, to United We Fan, Oh man, I went to autopilot mode there. So for everyone playing at home, Bryan and I recorded our episode of United We Fan, the podcast today. So I went in autopilot mode. So let me take two. Welcome everyone to United We Fan Plus, episode 3 with myself, Mark, and the charismatic Bryan. What's up, Bryan?
Hey everyone. Was that charismatic enough for you?
We'll let everyone decide at home. Hey, Esther, thank you for watching. Well, we're excited. We have something special tonight on Oscar night, but move over, Oscars. Bryan, what is actually tonight going to be known for?
Tonight, we are going to honor our sweet, sweet child. We are not dressed to the nines, quite like Mark Valentine was. Mark and Dwayne and Amy and Dana from the Run, Eat, Drink podcast. They were wonderful today. They had a great, the Foodie Awards, but they were dressed to the nines. We did not do that. We are like the Golden Globes. We are sitting around tables just having a conversation. The Golden Grogus.
The Golden Grogus.
Hey, Alicia, how are you doing?
Hey.
Running Drink is here. They want me to show them on Grogu where they were offended, but we're not going to do that. So, but they did a great show today. So catch that on this same YouTube channel that you're watching it on. All that kind of stuff. But anyway, go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, and for all of you watching at home, hopefully you checked out our most recent episode of United We Fan, the podcast. On our last episode, Bryan and I, once we finally got around to it after getting back on topic, we talked about Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. So that was a great time. So that was our most recent episode. Bryan, would you like the honors of letting everybody know what our next episode is going to be?
Oh, this afternoon we recorded with the Wolf of Main Street himself. Everybody here knows him. Ethan. We recorded a long episode about The Office and everything that we love about The Office, and it was very Mount Rushmore heavy, and it's going to be a wonderful episode to get edited, and I'm excited to get that done. That's going to be a lot of fun. And who knew it, but the Wolf of Main Street himself, Don't Tell Mark, is a Universal Studios guy for a little bit there. No, that was interesting.
A little tease. Yeah, a little tease. Man, there were some fun revelations about the Wolf that episode. I'm quite excited to hear the reaction.
Mark's there in the comments saying blasphemy. He's running tech for us tonight, so thank you for your hard work there, Mark. Please don't take us offline just for what we said.
Yes, we appreciate you. Possible future James Bond, Mark. If anyone gets a chance to check him out in Tux. So.
All right, well, let's get into some of the Disney Plus news, and there's a lot of good stuff coming. So first and foremost, May the 4th be with you. We are getting The Bad Batch, which is in the same animation style as Star Wars The Clone Wars, and a lot of good stuff there. Ethan says, did you just give away my big secret? No. We got to tease our podcast, man. Yeah. Like, I'm sorry.
We didn't give it all away. We teased it, Ethan. We, just a little bit.
We were talking about Star Wars, so I will say you have done that yourself. But we get The Bad Batch that launches on May the 4th. And if you're interested in what we have to say about Star Wars and The Bad Batch specifically, you can right now subscribe anywhere you find your podcast to Babu's Frickin' Podcast. And that is going to launch on May the 4th as well, talking about The Bad Batch and all things Star Wars. Go ahead, Mark.
I'm just laughing at Ethan has the high ground.
Coach DeFranco's here. How you doing, Matt? Thanks for joining us.
Hey. Let's see. In other Disney news, we have I honestly forgot about the Haunted Mansion film still in the works. I know Guillermo del Toro was attached for the longest time, but like most things, it just didn't work out. So we got a new director, Justin Simien. He did Dear White People. If you haven't checked it out, it's on Hulu, I believe. So check it out. I'm excited for it. The last interpretation we got was the Eddie Murphy one, which if you're a film score fan out there, it's got a great film score for it. So check it out. But yeah, hopefully we get a better adaptation of the attraction. Bryan, are you hoping for like a more family friendly approach like the Eddie Murphy one, or do you want it to be maybe just a tad more PG-13 and some more spooky?
Real quick, Facebook user, you are showing up as Facebook user or me. I'm going with me as potentially the wolf's wife, but she seems to have figured that out. I don't know who you are, but make sure you click the StreamYard link in the comments above just to make sure that we can see who we're talking to. But for me, if it's the Haunted Mansion, like I want them to go for it. Like they went for it with Pirates of the Caribbean a little bit. At least those were PG-13 to that standpoint. So thanks for joining us, Lori. But I don't want the Eddie Murphy version again, unless you give me Eddie Murphy kind of going for it in the PG-13 style. I'm okay with that too. But I would like it to actually be haunted.
Ooh, I see what you did there.
Yeah, so. And I mean, how about you? I would assume you're up the same alley as me.
I wanted to definitely go the PG-13 route. If you look at the second Pirates movie, how they balanced, kind of a dark aspects of it, I think they can easily do it. I think the director is very talented. It's an outside of the hat box.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Most of the people in our comments go to Florida's Haunted Mansion, though. I don't know if they know the hat box reference near as much.
Oh, well, whatever. Thank you, Bryan, for getting it. But anyways, I think they went out of the hat box for the directing pick, and I'm excited for it. So now let's just hope this one actually happens.
Yeah. Talking about going a different direction with something we didn't talk about also coming to Disney Plus in May. On Premiere Access on May 28th, we get Emma Stone's take on Cruella. They gave us a new look this past week. Still has not sucked me in. I am not spending the $30. I am not going to the movie theater for this one.
Wow. Not even wow.
I'm just not interested in this film. I'm not interested in many of the live action remakes, but this one just doesn't have me. And I know you're going to go to the movie theater and check it out, though.
I think it looks wonderful. And I'm not just saying that because it's one of my celebrity crushes. Thank you, Katie. Just celebrity crushes in. I think it's going to be a very, very. I love the art direction that they're going for already. Will I be paying the premium access for it? No. We already know Black Widow will be my first purchase of that. Will I buy the most expensive ticket to see Cruella? No. As Ethan and I bonded over on our podcast, I will be going to that Value Tuesday ticket price for Cruella, but I'm excited. I think it's going to be good. And I do love that fan meme out there where it's like, don't act like you won't go crazy if Maleficent's at the end credits going, can I talk to you about the Villains Initiative? So I don't think it's going to happen, but I think it's pretty funny.
I guess in the villains, Maleficent, let us know in the comments if you think of anybody different. Maleficent almost has to be the Nick Fury of like the villain team, right? I don't even know who else would be second place.
I think she is the baddest baddie. Plus Angelina Jolie is just a presence, like how do you not make her in charge?
Yeah. We need to do that. The Villains Initiative. That'd be fun to, yeah, Maleficent. Mark says he thinks it's Maleficent. The evil queen would give her a run for her money. I can see the evil queen like trying to take over, but Maleficent, I can see her being 3 steps ahead of her all the way. Black Widow, I'm with you. Cruella's be the first premiere access I never actually do buy. I will absolutely do Black Widow and the theaters and everything for Black Widow. I'm excited about that.
I think Hades would be kind of a Loki type character where he'll just create mischief off to the side there. Whenever we get Tom Hiddleston's Hades.
Sarah says that's my homegirl. I'm assuming she means Tinkerbell. If it's not Tinkerbell, then she's talking about Maleficent.
Taco Bell. Man, I haven't had Taco Bell in so long. Every time somebody brings it up, I think of that. And I want it so bad.
Oh, I am on a Doritos Locos taco kick right now. I'm going to go to Taco Bell tonight. That sounds wonderful. Disney Cult is here. Disney Cult is wonderful. They made an appearance on the Mouse Ears and Magic live show earlier with their robot voice. They are, man, it was wonderful. I don't know who Disney Colt is, but welcome, Disney Colt.
Yeah. Oh, Bryan, we got to talk about Baby Groot and his first step that we saw the other day.
We should have had the video ready. You're right. That animatronic is unbelievable. It can balance on one leg. Oh man, that animatronic, like working in Imagineering has to be really cool. If you have not seen that video of the new animatronic Groot that they're going to have in Avengers Campus, definitely go seek it out. It's unreal. It's so cool.
I will admit it was a little bigger than I thought. That's what she said. And sorry, we did an Office episode today, so it's just
my children are on the other side of that door watching this show.
Oh, they're so cute. I hope they hear me. Anyways, so Groot was amazing. I will admit he was taller than I thought, but maybe that's just the smallest they can make it. Either way, I don't care. I would be excited to see it. You know, you have Spider-Man flying through the air, Groot walking on the ground. Do we know if they're going to keep, because I know they do have a Groot out there.
An adult group?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We're going to keep adult group, right?
I would assume so. He's usually out in front of Mission Breakout. Now that's obviously just because Avengers Campus wasn't there. I hope adult Groot stays because they're not even the same person. Like,
true.
Adult Groot is literally gone and Baby Groot is like his baby. So I really hope that we still get Adult Groot because that's a really cool meet and greet as well. That's a cool one. But speaking of the Guardians, we did get our first tease of the holiday Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special. James Gunn shared on Instagram that he had finished it and somebody retweeted it. Did you see this, Mark? The retweet saying they have a bad feeling about this.
Yes,
Mark Hamill specifically. Yes. For me, that could very well be Mark Hamill saying he has a bad feeling about holiday specials in general. But for me, it's because Disney also then retweeted Mark Hamill retweeting it.
Right.
It tells me that Mark Hamill is at least playing some role in the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special, if not Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 in general. Yeah. But I do think we see Mark Hamill appear, and I'm very, very excited about that.
I am excited for his involvement. Hopefully, it'll be a better involvement than a previous third experience that he was involved with. Bryan, any comments on that? Anyways, no? Okay. So anyways, I hope this third go-around is a better flowing experience than the previous third involvement he was in recently. But anyways, the holiday special I'm excited for.
Rise of Skywalker is rough. Is that what you want me to say?
No, what? Bryan, is that what you were thinking of? Oh, Bryan. Gotta let it go. Anyways, I'm excited for the holiday special. I know I didn't love as much the Lego holiday special as you did. I thought it was very good. So bring on all the holiday specials I can get. I'm there for it.
It's the best part about Disney Plus is they can do stuff like this, and they're filming it. What Mark says, Rise of Skywalker was great. I'm a fan. Tune into Babu's freaking podcast when we break that down. That's the coolest thing about Disney Plus, and they're saving money to the standpoint of they're filming the holiday special when they film Guardians 3, so they don't have to bring in all the extra people at the same time. So that's exciting. Are we ready to get on with what everybody's here for?
They're not here for us.
Well, I mean, my mom's not here, so probably not.
Yeah, but Dr. Bruce is.
Is he? I haven't seen him either.
Oh, I thought I saw him. Oh.
No, I mean, it's possible, but my parents are actually busy again. So thank you for the support, Mom and Dad, and everybody else that's here. But yeah, so let's get on with the Golden Grogu Awards.
And remember, everybody, you're playing with us at home.
Yes, so they may not know that. So let's talk about that. So we have not selected any winners for the Golden Grogus. So we do want your opinions in the comments as well. And we're going to pick a winner of each of our 5 categories as we finish up. So yeah. So real quick, Mark, before we move on, we talked about our Into the Spider-Verse episode. We wanted to shout out. We had some really great artwork that was sent to us that we shared on our Instagram at UnitedWeFan_podcast and on our Facebook at UnitedWeFan the podcast. But we wanted to thank a few people for that artwork that was sent to us, right?
Absolutely. Fidel out there, he did some great artwork for it. And we definitely want to get, there's Fidel, there's John, Vertigo Giant Art. Check out his shop. Great graphics, designs. You can put them on whatever you want, t-shirts, highly recommend them. There's a fun one for Velocicoaster. But if you're an artist out there and you have artwork that you think could tie in with one of our episodes, or if you want to know what maybe you can help us out with doing artwork for, we want to make you a part of it. We love supporting small-time artists, local artists, period, whoever you are. We want to get your art out there. We want to get your voice out there. So please reach out to us like our two friends Fidel and John did, and we will shout you out as much as possible. We will use your artwork to promote our episode as much as possible. We love it. So let us know if we can help you out, and let us know if you can make our episodes prettier.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I saw your poster and it reminded me, we wanted to make sure we thank John and Fidel for that artwork. We had some wonderful artwork for this episode this week. So in the nominees for Best Non-Human Character, now everything we're talking about is Disney Plus originals. So we are talking specifically only characters that have appeared in Disney Plus originals. Now, why are Kermit and Perry involved? Because Muppets Now is a Disney Plus original. Candace Against the Universe is a Disney Plus original, so they do qualify. So the best non-human character, we have Forky from Forky Asks a Question and Toy Story 4. We have Ulysses from Flora and Ulysses. We have Our Sweet Child, the man himself, the man of the hour, Grogu from The Mandalorian. Perry the Platypus from Phineas and Ferb and Phineas and Ferb the movie, Candace Against the Universe. Kermit the Frog from Muppets Now, and Red Wing from The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So we've gotten a vote for Red Wing, Ulysses, Kermit, Grogu. So Mark, who is your pick here?
So now let's clarify. Are you voting for it based on their performance, or what? How am I thinking of voting here?
However you want to define it, and you end up at Grogu as the final answer, then I'm good. But every time I brought Grogu up throughout the day, you keep talking about overrated characters, and I can't. I hope you don't mean Grogu himself.
What a stretch! Good Lord, Bryan. Let's see here. Let's break it down. Muppets Now. I love Kermit the Frog. Love the Muppets. The Muppets Now didn't work for me. The Kermit in there just didn't work for me either. So sorry, Kermit. I know it's not easy being green, but it's just not going to happen.
Kermit on the Zoom call?
No. Oh man, I think the selfie photo bombing was. Oh man. Oh. Perry the Platypus, you are amazing. A friend of mine even named his cat after you, but I just can't do it. Forky, I can relate to you at times. I'm trash. Red Wing. Man,
If you want to hear our thoughts on Red Wing, by the way, tune into Earth's Mightiest Weirdos every Monday, including the Falcon and the Winter Soldier finale tomorrow night at 8:30.
Since we're also going to tie into that, I also made a purchase, everybody.
Yes.
It is my first Captain America shield. I know I'm such a huge nerd. I don't know how it's my first, but thank you, Bryan. You can see his behind him. And also just thank you to Falcon and Winter Soldier for being a great show. You know what? I'm going to give my vote to Ulysses.
Ulysses gets the vote, huh?
Yeah.
Nice. Ethan also voted for Ulysses. So I love Perry the Platypus. Phineas and Ferb is amazing. I love Phineas and Ferb in general. Kermit, I'm with you in Muppets Now. This could be a Leonardo DiCaprio situation where he keeps getting nominated and not winning, and then wins for something he has no business winning for, like Leo did with The Revenant.
How dare you? He deserved to win for that. I don't understand your point right now. Anyways.
I don't enjoy that movie.
Okay.
Red Wing, I mean, he was around and then he wasn't. And
I know he was broken and then fixed again, but yeah.
Yeah. Forky, I love I love Forky Asks the Question. Like, I think that series is really, really funny. Flora and Ulysses, we'll talk about it later on. He's a great squirrel character. I loved him. But Grogu wins the best non-human character. He is carrying Star Wars merchandise on his back. I think this is why some people don't necessarily love him anymore. Grogu is going to be eligible next year only if he comes back. I will not allow him because the award season is from Disney Plus launch to now.
Yeah.
If we never see Grogu next year, then he won't qualify.
Grogu, he definitely made the show more popular. Merchandise is there, but he was also the most controversial character on the show, Bryan.
Why is that?
Well, he laid an egg. Or no, he ate an egg.
He ate an egg. He didn't lay an egg.
I know. I was trying to think.
You just laid an egg.
He laid an egg with a bad. No, there's no way. I got nothing. Anyways, yeah, the egg episode, the egg controversy.
Okay, well, everybody makes mistakes.
Okay, that's what you're. Anyways, okay,
yeah.
Okay.
So, Grogu is the hands down winner in the comments.
He is definitely.
Katie is saying he ate an egg. So. Thank you,
I know.
Katie.
I was trying to make something out of laying eggs.
I know it doesn't make you happy, but the comments are going to speak for themselves, and my vote also goes with him.
I know, Katie.
I think we do have to award the Golden Grogu to Grogu as the best non-human character.
There's not a conflict of interest here.
Are you saying Oscar can't win an Oscars? Any of the Oscars?
True. Touché.
All right, we'll move on from the best non-human character. Congratulations to Grogu. I will accept this on his behalf. And he says, it's the best Grogu impression I have. We'll move on to the next one. And Mark, I know you're really excited about this one. So why don't you tell us our nominees here?
So for Best Original Docu-Series, we have Marvel's Hero Project, which takes a look at real-life Marvel heroes in the real world doing good. We have Prop Culture, which, it looked at Hollywood history props that also involved Disney films. Gosh, that was a weird way to say it. Jeff Goldblum, being Jeff Goldblum and exploring the world and making you appreciate everything from bikes to shoes. Marvel 616, a great six-part series, right? Six-part
Yes.
series telling you how Marvel has influenced the world in different ways. Ethan, I agree. Frozen 2, Into the Unknown. I think I went a little Creed there.
Yeah, I was going to say that's like Scott Stapp singing Elsa.
In the Unknown. Frozen 2 going into a very in-depth look into Frozen 2. And then Disney Insider, it's pretty self-explanatory. I know we saw someone asking about the Imagineering story.
The Imagineering story's coming, people. We're trying to spread the love.
And then Bryan, you didn't want to put in the making of Mandalorian or making in of WandaVision?
Those aren't really complete. Disney Gallery, The Mandalorian definitely qualified for me, especially season 1 was 8 episodes. Season 2 was literally only a 1-hour thing that was very incomplete because we didn't even get anything about Luke Skywalker at all. It's like the person putting it together didn't even know it existed. The Imagineering story absolutely deserves mention, but we are getting to the Imagineering story, so everybody can calm down a little bit. But Brittany in the comments says that this is the Imagineering story erasure. That is absolutely not what's happening here. We are going to give the Imagineering story its well-deserved love in our next category. I will say my final two, and Mark votes for Prop Culture. I didn't enjoy Prop Culture much at all. They didn't dive into the props of movies that I actually cared about, and that really let me down. Disney Insider, it's just a big, long commercial. It's not for me. I don't enjoy that one either. So for me, it's a 4-horse race. And for me, Into the Unknown, making of Frozen 2, wins by a lot. I really, really enjoyed that docuseries and seeing the progress of them coming up with that final number, which is Elsa's song, and it is called, somebody help me. Anyway, her final song, not Into the Unknown, but the other one. Somebody in the comments is going to have me here. I know that Show Yourself. Yeah. That's the name of it. Thank you, Mark. Show Yourself is that song, and the fact that that song was not done, I'm surprised at how honest they were willing to be with who's the voice, and they didn't know until a couple months before the movie came out. And Show Yourself is kind of where that happens. So I really like that song. I really enjoyed that docuseries, and I'm going to cast my vote for Frozen 2.
I remember I watched it, and I was blown away. I hadn't watched Frozen 2 in a while. I don't think Into the Unknown should not have won Best Original Song at the Oscars. Please check it out. Jeff Goldblum, your show was highly entertaining. I appreciated it so much. I mentioned to Bryan his shoe episode. I actually went out that day and bought a pair of shoes because of that, man. So, I mean, hey. But for me, and prop culture, you said it, it felt shortchanged. I don't know if COVID was the reason for that, but I'm going to go Marvel 616. I loved the Spider-Man Japan episode, the doing plays based on Marvel shows and just showing the impact it has on kids, the cosplay episode, the Marvel method. I just loved everything about it. No offense to the Marvel Hero Project. I'm glad we're seeing real people in the real world being heroes. So, but yeah, shout out to Frozen 2. Actually, Frozen 2 was my second vote. So, but Marvel 616 for the win.
Marvel 616 is good. The World According to Jeff Goldblum, like you said, the shoe episode was honestly my favorite one. And the only problem with that is it was the very first episode.
Right.
So it was hard to live up to that. Now they got it off to a strong start to get people to continue to watch. But then I don't know. I'm excited to see what he can do with season 2. I'm starting to get to the point where Jeff Goldblum was so wonderful because he's weird. Now he's weird on purpose, which is kind of defeating the point. I don't know. I'm a little bit nervous as to where season 2 is going to go.
Right.
We're seeing a lot of votes for Into the Unknown in the comments. Ethan, again, with Insider, he's voting for himself. Katie likes Marvel 616 as well. There's a couple votes for Jeff Goldblum as well. So
Is it a Jeff Goldblum Frozen race? Is that what I'm seeing?
That's what it looks like in the comments. We've got a couple for Marvel 616.
I think Frozen has it, though. I think it looks like Frozen has it.
All right. We will award the Golden Grogu to Into the Unknown, the making of Frozen 2.
Into the Unknown.
All right. Well, that was wonderful. Life finds a way. So Alicia says Marvel, always Marvel. Alicia, I understand, but I also need to be completely not unbiased. But I didn't go Marvel just for that reason. But I'm with you, Mark. Hero Project, it's a greater story than it was something to watch. It just didn't come together as a full show for me.
Right.
If you saw that wonderful artwork, can you bring that up for us one more time, Mark, so everybody can appreciate the artwork? That artwork was done for our Rushmores by Ryan Brock. You can find him on Instagram at Ryan C. Brock. He did our wonderful logo in the top corner up there. And he did that Rushmore artwork for us. Did an absolutely great job with Mark, myself, Captain America, and Grogu on the Mount Rushmore. So we really appreciate that. Thank you so much, Mark. But it looks like we're ready for a random Rushmore, which I know nothing about.
So for everyone playing at home who isn't familiar, Bryan is a very smart guy and is usually prepared with an answer for anything. So I try to trick him up by giving him a random Rushmore. So he has no idea what it is. It could be about anything random. It could be about his favorite peanut butter, but he isn't sure until I say it. And here it is. The envelope,
I hope
please.
it's not peanut butter.
No, it's not. So today's random Rushmore favorite Disney Pictures live action movie.
Live action Disney Pictures?
So not Marvel Studios.
Right. Not Marvel, not Star Wars.
Yep.
It can be a live action remake. I mean, if I really wanted it to be.
Anything that was shown in theaters.
Heavyweights.
Ooh, good one.
Disney live action. Mark says Maleficent, 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 Maleficent. Ethan
Bryan.
wants a peanut butter Rushmore. I don't eat peanut butter. I don't like peanut butter.
What?
I'm mildly allergic to peanut butter.
Okay. There's that little thing.
Man, you got me on my random Rushmore. You wanted to trip me up. You go ahead.
Okay. So for me, I have the easy route of doing this in advance. So for me, it's The Rocketeer. Love The Rocketeer. For anyone else out there, if you like to do a little movie marathons, I love teaming up The Rocketeer with Dick Tracy. Sadly, Dick Tracy doesn't qualify because it's a touchstone picture, but I love teaming those two up. But anyways, Rocketeer, Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, and then Tron Legacy. I love that movie.
Really?
Yeah.
It's in your Rushmore, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then Muppets Christmas Carol.
Muppet Christmas Carol is wonderful. That's a good call. I'm going to go with Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl as well. I'm going to stick with heavyweights. I'm going to go with Remember the Titans. Yeah. And my fourth one, I'm stuck between – what am I stuck between? Enchanted.
Ooh.
I like Enchanted. Does that qualify? Because it's like partially animated.
No, it's live action.
Enchanted's wonderful. I love that movie.
That's mainly live action.
I'm not going to go with Enchanted though. I'm going to go with Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Man, that was almost on my list. So I'm surprised you didn't pick Mighty Ducks.
No, wow. I should have. Wow. Remember the Titans, Heavyweights, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl. I'll stick with that.
I need to watch Remember the Titans with you. I think I'll appreciate it more if I can watch it with you.
Alicia, Mark doesn't like Remember the Titans.
No, that is blasphemy. I don't enjoy it. This is how you get me hate mail. I don't enjoy it as much as you do. It's also not my favorite football movie.
It's hard to enjoy it as much as I do. I love that movie.
I'm so happy to see all the love for The Rocketeer. Yay, all of you. So yeah, if you ever want to do a Mark double feature, Rocketeer with Dick Tracy. If you want to do a Mark triple feature, Rocketeer, Dick Tracy, and The Shadow. If you want to...
Hey, my mom showed up.
Yay.
My mom was also on your side.
Hey, Mom. If you want to substitute The Shadow, maybe throw The Phantom in there. If you've seen The Phantom with Billy Zane, thank you.
I have a child.
I have a child. Oh.
Ethan says The Big Green. I watched The Big Green recently. That movie did not age well. It did not age well. But it's got alfalfa in it, and that was good. Esther says the live action Beauty and the Beast.
Wait a minute. You're going to talk about The Big Green, and you go with alfalfa for your shout out, not the Great Hambino. The Great Hambino.
The Great Hambino's in there, and dude, he's on TikTok now, by the way.
Yes,
and he's done like 3, and they're wonderful. But yeah, the Great Hambino. Steve Guttenberg is like the main guy in it. Yep. And I mean, that movie's weird, man. But The Big Green, that's a good call, Ethan.
Who did I see shout out The Phantom? Whoever it was, thank you for shouting out The Phantom.
I think it was Katie. I'm pretty sure.
Katie, thank you.
Let's get back to the Golden Grogus.
Yes, let's do it.
Our next category in the Golden Grogus is we're going to give everybody what they wanted, and it's the best of Disney parks. The Imagineering story would have won Best Docuseries for me as well. But like I said, we're trying to spread the love to our Disney Plus originals. I do apologize, but there's a mistake in there where I left Marvel Hero Project in, and I should not have. The correct one is Disney Fairy Tale Weddings. I do
Oh,
apologize. So Disney Fairy Tale Weddings is the first nominee. So that is my mistake. Galaxy's Edge is a commercial for the area. It's not good. I agree. It was hosted by Neil Patrick Harris, though, and I'm going to include it. I needed a sixth nominee. That's basically what it is. The Magic of Disney's Animal Kingdom. Again, so I apologize, but Disney Fairy Tale Weddings season 2 was exclusive to Disney Plus. That's why it goes. And Mark, it is a pity vote to Imagineering or to the Galaxy's Edge, but I agree. The Imagineering story gets my vote. No explanation necessary. If you're here, you're a Disney Parks fan, and you have not watched the Imagineering story, you need to go watch that show immediately. That 6-part series is wonderful. I'm honestly glad with how honest they were. The Sunrise series. This was something I wanted to include. They launched it during the pandemic when the parks were still closed, but it was just a way for people to get their Disney parks fill. It's just an hour of music and watching the sun literally rise at the Disney parks. It was fun. And then one day at Disney, it just jumps into different jobs around Disney parks and within the Walt Disney Company, and just kind of what their day looks like. Mark, do you want to argue for anything other than the Imagineering story here?
I mean, Sunrise is a beautiful, relaxing experience. Magic of Disney's Animal Kingdom, I think, is something that definitely needs to be watched because it is the most underappreciated park out of the 4 of them. Star Wars, Galaxy's Edge, I mean, yay for the John Williams music that is used in it. But I already know where you're going to take this statement, but I don't care. I'm going to say it. The Imagineering story is my winner and gets my vote. I did not cry. I don't think there was a point where I got chills. They weren't multiplying, and I didn't lose control by the power that the Imagineering story is supplying. It was electrifying, but I didn't get any tears.
You're going to make me cry with all those puns. That's what's going to happen.
Bryan, did you get all those?
Of course I did. It was all from the same song.
Thank you. Oh, yes, Mark. There you go.
But really, you don't like the Imagineering story as much as other people. Is that what you're saying? Or it just simply didn't make you emotional?
No, I'm not saying. I mean, but I respect you. That's a stupid statement. Who knows how much other people like it? It's my vote. I liked it a lot. I love all of you right now.
Did you think people weren't going to get that?
Well, so I didn't watch it at first, and all I kept hearing was, if you have a heart, you're going to cry. If you're a cast member, you're going to cry. If you have a soul, you're going to cry. I'm the same guy who, when Yondu died, I was like, that felt kind of rushed. So, that's me. But the Imagineering story, I think, is a beautiful story. I loved. There was definitely a lot to learn in it, and it was told in a great way. So, yes, the Imagineering story is the easy winner.
Comments agree. We award the Golden Grogu to the Imagineering story. I hope we get a season 2. I don't know where they would go with it, just because of how much history they covered in season 1. But I hope for a continuation. If nothing else, I want a making of Avengers Campus. And more on Galaxy's Edge would also be really, really interesting.
Yeah. Sorry, Katie.
But even diving into Brittany says you have no soul, man. That took a turn.
Whoa. Good Lord.
Hey, Mark, how did you feel about when Goose died in Top Gun?
Oh. That shouldn't be my first reaction. All right. When Goose dies, for all of you who don't know, Bryan rips on me for that. The Goose death is really good, but that one, so grown men crying, Armageddon. Armageddon's pretty up there. When Bruce Willis is, spoiler alert, about to die, talking to his daughter, that's like up there. Goose is like maybe at 8. It could have been easily a 10. Made so many grown men cry with Maverick holding him. No, Goose, no. And
you're also underrating the performance of Meg Ryan in the next scene.
It was early Meg Ryan, so they didn't really give her open chance to be Meg Ryan. And, whatever. Check out Top Gun. I'm excited for the second one. Check it out. If you're a fan of beach volleyball and you've always wanted a beach volleyball movie, there's a great action scene in that movie.
I'm so disappointed that Top Gun Maverick got pushed.
I know. That looks. I'm a Tom.
Now it's November.
I'm a Tom Cruise fan. I think he's arguably one of the best action stars of all time for just what he's willing to do for a movie. But let's get back to it.
Moving on to the next Golden Grogu.
Right.
Best original series.
Grogu's the best.
And
looks like Chunky the Tall. That's pretty good. Best original movie.
He's looking at you, Esther.
It always feels like somebody's watching me. And I got no Grogu privacy.
All right, best original series. The nominees. Go ahead, Mark.
The nominees are for Best Original Series, The Mandalorian, The Right Stuff. What is that one? The Diary of a Future President. Man, the next one's
Apparently
fun.
you haven't watched that one.
No. Have you?
Diary of a Future President? Yes.
Yeah,
I have children.
That's true. High School Musical, the series, Mighty Ducks, what is it, Game Changers? The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, or a new name. Anyways, I don't want to spoil it just yet. It's still fresh.
Give it one more night.
Yeah, Encore. One Division. Oh my God, if that doesn't win, was it Agatha all along who stopped it from winning? Anyways.
Yes.
Forky, Ask a Question. And those are your nominees. Bryan, do we even need to ask what you're voting for?
I'm curious what you think I'm voting for.
High School Musical, the series.
I am excited for season 2 of that one. They're going to do Beauty and they're going to do Beauty and the Beast. I learned about this whole song license like by the main girl from High School Musical about the guy in High School Musical. I am old apparently because that all went way over my head. What do you think I'm voting for?
WandaVision.
I'm not.
Wow.
The Mandalorian still takes the cake for me.
Yeah. Was WandaVision your second?
Yes. It was between Mandalorian and WandaVision. WandaVision, for me, the week-to-week anticipation was much higher than it was with Mandalorian, but that's no fault of the Mandalorian. I just think the WandaVision, the fact that it was moving the story ahead, whereas the Mandalorian is still 25 years behind what the sequel trilogy is in a timeline standpoint, it kind of boxes it in a little bit.
Right.
So the future of the MCU, WandaVision had a lot more of that built up the week-to-week anticipation. But for me, as a series, getting different directors, doing everything that they could, I'm going Mandalorian.
I know Mark asked for my thoughts on Encore. Do you want me to give my thoughts on that, Bryan, or do you want me to? I'm going to leave everybody with anticipation. Encore was great. I loved. Where did I come in? I came in on the Ragtime episode. So I didn't start it off right away. I came in on the Ragtime episode. And I loved seeing all these people who were bright and shining stars in high school. And then, they left, came back, and you just saw that sparkle in their eye. But they are dealing with stuff in life. Like, it's real people dealing with real hard times. Like, some of them are like in between jobs. They don't really have anything going on. So Disney calls them up to do Encore, and they put their heart back into just giving it one last ride. So I dig Encore. I'm hoping for a season 2 for sure. I don't know if they have announced it or not, but
I don't think so.
I liked Encore a lot, and it was moving, so I dug it. But like I said, the first one I saw was Ragtime. Ragtime. Oh no, was it?
Yeah, I think it was canceled too. I don't think they're doing a season 2.
I mean, in these times, it's probably hard to make it work. But let's see. The question is.
Thank you, Justin, for sneaking in. Justin did our theme song as well. So
if you all need some great music to listen to, Justin Dye has multiple albums that just came out. They're great concept albums, wonderful sounds for different emotions, whether you're working out, going for a drive, taking a train ride. Justin Dye is your man. If you're looking for intro music for a show, we got it for UWF Plus. And then with the Weirdos, we even have a Justin track
Yep.
So thank you, Justin. Appreciate you. You can write music.
Derek in the comments says more like Encore. Am I right?
No, I like Encore. But anyways,
Bum, 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 bum. New
Justin,
single out tomorrow for Justin. Nice.
Yeah, check him out. Great stuff. A very unique and original sound. But best original series is the question. So you're not asking me what is my favorite. You're asking for the best original series. The Right Stuff, I think, is a great, well-made, well-told story. I think everyone's in a NASA mood right now with SpaceX. So check out The Right Stuff. Baby, did you? Anyone? New Kids on the Block fans out there? You got the... Nope. Okay. Anyways, moving on. Bryan, you just... No,
I got nothing. I'm also tabulating the scores.
Okay, true. Good call. So you're asking for best original series. It's going to go for, yay, Mark. The Mandalorian is the best made overall show on this list. Every other show has either pacing issues. I mean, honestly, The Right Stuff is close second for me, but Mandalorian won.
The Right Stuff is originally made by Warner Brothers Television. It was picked up by National Geographic. That's why it ended up on Disney Plus in the first place. Right. Disney Plus is not renewing it for a season 2, and The Right Stuff is shopping it to go somewhere else. So we could see it show up on HBO Max or something like that. This Diz Life says WandaVision for him, but just last week on Earth's Mightiest Weirdos, he said he liked Falcon and the Winter Soldier better than WandaVision. So,
well, it's best original, so it's not favorites. Remember that.
That's true. That's true. So we've got Mandalorian is sneaking ahead in the comments. WandaVision got a lot of votes as well.
Wow. Well, like, is WandaVision easily everyone's favorite over Falcon?
It sure seems to be. It is. I like WandaVision more than Falcon Winter Soldier.
Ooh, Mark. Yeah, that's
we'll get
finale.
into that tomorrow.
Yeah, come tune in for tomorrow as we have several hot takes on the finale for Falcon.
I think it was a good finale. I really did. Everybody's mad that I called something. So, Mandalorian's winning in the comments. You voted for Mandalorian.
Yep.
I voted for the Mandalorian, which means the Golden Grogu's cleaning up. He is accepting a second award. Ethan says, it's true. So the Mandalorian accepts the Golden Grogu. And we've got to get to our best picture so everybody else can go catch the Oscars on ABC.
Yeah.
So best original movie on Disney Plus, Artemis Fowl.
Oh, man.
Soul, which is nominated also for best animated film in the Oscars this evening.
Right.
Safety. I actually really enjoyed Safety.
Thank you.
I'll give you your chance. Timmy Failure, Mistakes Were Made. Godmothered. I really enjoyed Godmothered. I thought that was a funny movie.
That was cute.
Flora and Ulysses, like I said, my favorite Disney Channel or Disney Plus original series. Hamilton. It belongs on this list. You can have your moment here in a second. The one and only Ivan, Stargirl, the Lego Star Wars Holiday Special, the live-action Lady and the Tramp, and Bill Hader and Anna Kendrick starring in Noelle. Like I said, this does date back to the launch of Disney Plus in November of 2019.
Noelle was so cute too. I like Noelle.
I wish I expected more from it. I expected more from Anna Kendrick and Bill Hader, but still, it's a good movie.
Yeah. Okay.
But go ahead. Why should Hamilton not be on this list?
Best original movie. They filmed Hamilton in 2016. I'm not downplaying anything the directors or the company or anyone involved did, but they didn't tell an original story. This is not a film adaptation of Hamilton. They, like Mark said, they bought the rights to it, so I guess you could say they did the same thing with The Right Stuff, but all they did was film three performances, of Hamilton, and they put it on Disney Plus. I'm glad it's on Disney Plus. But it's not an original movie. The other films are original movie. It fires me up that it was nominated for so much. I think it's more of a documentary than it is an original movie.
Well, it's not a documentary. I mean, we don't see anything behind the scenes or anything like that. When you turn on Hamilton on Disney Plus, the very first thing you see is Disney Plus original. That's why it is listed as a Disney Plus original.
I understand
I understand
but
they didn't film it. I understand all of that kind of stuff. But that is what prevents me from voting for it. I agree. I do not believe Hamilton is the same consideration as everything else. Am I glad Hamilton is on Disney Plus? I am. I cannot say I've gone back and watched it from start to finish more than the one time, but I have watched it on multiple occasions in different parts as well. We've got a couple of votes for safety, a couple of votes for Soul. Soul wasn't perfect, but it gets Mark's vote. I didn't love Soul. I went into it with really high expectations. Well, I don't like it, but I have a soul when Yondu dies or when Goose dies. So Soul, there was a few things about it that really didn't work for me. I think it meant a lot to a lot of people to have Pixar's first African-American lead, and then for half of the movie for Tina Fey's voice to be coming out of that African-American lead. I didn't love that choice. I don't love Tina Fey either, so that's a big part of it. Soul left much to be desired for me. I also expected not a sequel, but I expected Inside Out level, and for me, it was not Inside Out whatsoever. Go ahead, Mark.
So let's see.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just received an envelope. Me and Jackson vote for Artemis Fowl. Ray also votes for Artemis Fowl. My children just cast 3 votes for Artemis Fowl, and I'm going to override all of that and tell them that they're wrong.
So we found the audience for Artemis Fowl.
Thank you, Ray.
Thanks, Ray. Artemis Fowl. Kenneth Branagh is one of my favorite directors. This is one of his very few misses. And I read the book. If you haven't read the book, check it out. It's definitely a lot of fun. But Artemis Fowl, I tried so hard to see something redeeming in it, and it just, Godmother was a cute one. Stargirl was, Stargirl was cute. The Holiday Special was okay for me. Lady and the Tramp, I'm glad it wasn't a shot-for-shot remake. Lion King. Noelle, like I said, was cute. Ivan was a heartwarming story. But
it was filmed in Lakeland, Florida, by the way. I drove by the mall the other day that it was filmed at. It was jarring to see.
That was where Edward Scissorhands was filmed too, right? I think that was the same mall. For me, it comes down to Soul and Flora. And, if I have to say best original movie, it's got to be Soul if I'm going to break it down to those two. So Soul. I never officially cast my vote. I love the Lego Star Wars Holiday Special. That is the only reason it is on this list. I wanted to also make the thing look pretty and make it even. Stargirl is getting roasted in the comments. Yeah.
I am going to cast my meaningless vote for Flora and Ulysses. There's more votes in the comments for Safety than I expected there to be. Wow. Esther says the original Lady and the Tramp is the best, meaning the cartoon. I would assume. I would agree. I would agree with that. Again, Disney live action live action remakes fell flat for me. It looks like in the comments, Soul probably wins it.
Probably.
Soul has a lot less votes than I would have expected. I think we got to go with your vote in the comments, and we are going to award it to Soul. The real question is, does Soul get awarded Best Animated Feature this evening?
I think it easily does.
I do too. It's not very stiff year for competition.
I do hope Disney releases it in theaters, because I think there's several scenes there that would just look beautiful on the big screen.
It's beautifully animated. That is for sure. Keep an eye on Best Director and Best Picture. I'm expecting Chloe Zhao to win both of those things for her movie Nomadland. That movie is on Hulu if you wanted to check it out. She is the director for Marvel Studios' The Eternals that comes out later this year as well. That is really the only horse in the race I have for the Oscars tonight. Is there anything specific to the Oscars you're paying attention to, Mark?
No, I'm a movie scores guy, so I'll be checking that out. But this is a down year for me, unfortunately. So yeah, I don't really have a horse in the race.
Fair enough. Well, if we don't have anything else, I think that's it for UWF Plus this week.
I mean, shout out to Shang-Chi. That preview was epic. So can't wait for that one. And then don't forget to check out the Weirdos tomorrow night. Brian, what time is that at?
8:30. 8:30. So 24 hours and 4 minutes from now.
Yep. So 8:30 Eastern time. Please tune in live for us to talk about the season finale of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And we want to hear your thoughts on that series finale. Did it meet your expectations? Did it fall short? And then once again, it's not for Marvel experts. We have Marvel fans of all levels, so be one of us, just be a Marvel fan. That's who we are. We're just a bunch of weirdos. So
Ethan jumps in with, okay, see you, being specifically Mr. Kim in Kim's Convenience, which is Shang-Chi's dad in that show. Yes. Katie says she'll be late because she's working, but we will see you tomorrow night then, Katie. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us, and we will see you next month.
Yes.
This Diz Life Network is brought to you by Enchanting Escapes by Lori. Lori is here to help you plan your next getaway and create memories that will last a lifetime. No matter where you want to go, if that's Disney, Universal, Sandals, or another amazing destination, Lori can help you get there. Leave the details to Lori and enjoy the beauty of your destination without the hassle of the planning. Lori's services are at no additional charge. So head over to Enchanting Escapes by Lori and get a free quote while taking advantage of some of the amazing features of the website. Resort walking tours, blogs, free downloads, and Magic Maker recipe videos to keep the magic alive throughout the year. Mention promo code ThisDizLife for an extra dose of magic and start planning your dream vacation today at www.enchantingescapesbylori.com.